grew up on a farm, man. I grew up to an amazing family where we raised multi-crops on a farm, and again, rural North Carolina. And I really come from a family that is steeped in the Christian religion, I guess you could say, or in the basis of Christianity. And man, a strong family, great work ethic, and really life was good until tragedy hit when I was 9 years old. And at 9 years old is when I lost my father. I think I'm the baby of 3 children, so I was 9, my brother was 12, my sister was 19 when we lost our father. So a series of things began to happen from there. And one of the things was we moved to a new town not far from where we were from, in Rockingham County. And while we were there, my mother did the best she could do to try to help me cope with the emotional things that I was going through as a child, because I kind of became an angry child after my father passed away, and she did the best that she could do. I remember one time she tried to take us to a psychologist to talk through some different emotional things. That really didn't work out for me, and then I figured out in middle school that I could do something called football, where I could hit somebody and not get in trouble for it. So actually began to really take interest in sports and football and track and field in middle school and high school. I actually became a pretty decent ball player, and but given the fact or the context that there were 3 of us, and my mom at that point had become a single mother, she was working multiple jobs, which left a lot of time for myself and my brother to get into some things. And yeah, I'm transparent enough to say that, yeah, man, I mean, I deal with a dabble in some things. Love to party, love to hang out. For lack of a better term, was really heavy on the girls. But because I was a pretty decent athlete, kept my grades up, nothing but suspicious or suspect. Actually was offered a lot of different academic and athletic scholarships to different institutions, different universities, different colleges. Came out of high school and decided to go to the University of North Carolina at Wilmington, which gave me a track and field scholarship, and along with some academic money. My school was pretty much taken care of, so went to UNC Wilmington, graduated from there in 2003, and from that point really just began trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do with my life. Had a lot of different influences, and because I was a pretty decent ball player in high school, actually went to work doing some sales, marketing, and advertising for a semi-professional football team called the Port City Diesel, and the owner of the team knew a little bit about me in high school and actually asked me to try out for the football team, and I did, and played semi-professional sports for a couple of years, and got into the club business and hung out doing that for a while, and that's actually where I met my wife. And all throughout this span of time, from the time I was a kid, even all the way through middle school, high school, and college, I mean, I got saved when I was 9 years old, but not having the language for it, I understood that God was a part of my life. I understood that God was there, but I didn't know that He lived in me. I didn't have the language for knowing that I was in Christ and He was in me. I didn't have the language to know how much He loved me, how much He cared for me. I didn't have the language to know that I had died with Him, and that the old me was gone and the new me had come to life in Christ Jesus. I didn't have the language to know that I had been redeemed, my past had been redeemed, and that in the present I could make choices, much better choices than what I was making, to hang out and to drink a lot and to party and do all the things that I was doing. So I got to a place where at one point in time, when my wife and I were dating, that we actually broke up, and that was a point in time where I really relied heavily on substances, alcohol mainly. Doing a lot of partying, and got to the end of myself one night where I really just yelled out to God in the middle of my apartment, and you are really, really real. You gotta show me who you are. And it was really at that point where things began to turn around, and He began to to show up in my life, and I started understanding really who Christ was. And that's at that same time, my wife and I, who was my girlfriend at the time, we got back together, we got married. She has 2 children from a previous relationship, which are my boys, and I love them to life. And man, we really just became a ready-made family and began attending church. And when I started going to church, which I went sporadically throughout, my college years and things like that, this time around when I went back to church, I really began diving into the Word of God and understanding, or trying to understand what it meant. And I felt a pull into, man, there's something more to this than just me coming to a building and listening about the deity of Christ and listening about what He is in my life. I knew that there was more to it. And close to the end of the 2000s, right around Christmas, I heard a message from my former pastor, and he challenged the congregation and was just saying, if you had to go back and look at the benchmarks of this year, what would be the thing that stood out the most to you that God had revealed to you in your life? And it was at that moment that I really feel like I heard the audible voice of God saying, the benchmark for you is your call into ministry. And as we were leaving the church that night, I was walking down one aisle and he was walking towards me, and I literally just looked at him and said, I need to talk to you about something. And he said, I know. And that began my journey into what I could consider formal ministry. And I was licensed and ordained, and then in about 2016, after I had been immersed myself, I guess you could say, into the grace message, because like I said, I always felt like there was more to the message of Jesus Christ. There was more to it than just getting up and going to church and reading your Bible and praying and following these disciplines. I knew that there was more. I didn't have the language then, but now I know it as more about relationship rather than religion. And in about 2016, after about 4 or 5 years of really immersing myself into the grace and kingdom message, I guess God was ready for me to begin to release some of the things that He was depositing in my life. And He gave me this name called Preacher Thing. And I didn't really know what that meant, but at the time, social media, and of course even still now, was a hot thing. And I began posting these little nuggets of motivation and inspiration through the lens of grace and kingdom from God. I would download those things into my spirit, and they were being uploaded to social media, and I just thought they were things that were going to bring some inspiration and motivation to people, things that were deep enough for people to begin to really grasp the gospel message and grace, things that I hadn't heard growing up, but I had learned over a 4 or 5 year period. Things that were deep enough for people to grasp, but not so deep that they would drown in the truths of the new covenant. Because when you begin talking about new covenant grace and kingdom, when you begin to talk about relationship over religion, you can really begin turning people's lives upside down. So as I was doing that whole thing, I was actually still tied to an evangelistic ministry as well. Evangelism was really my heart, and it really still a big part of me. It still is. It was able to minister to the homeless and the helpless and the hopeless, and just speaking words of life and affirmation through this kingdom and this grace message. And as that was going forth, about 2 years later, doing prison ministry in Columbia, South Carolina, a couple of individuals actually came up to me and said, I really, really enjoy all of those nuggets of inspiration that you put out on social media, but I wish you would do something in more of a video type of a format so that you could dive into those truths a little bit more and begin to explain and extend everyone's knowledge of what you're saying about the grace message or the gospel.